Hello, fellow starseeds, and welcome to my free video series where I'm going to break down an important foundations that come into play when we are creating our own business. So if you are at a stage where you have mastered yourself, you know yourself more than enough, to go out into the world and share your gifts, share your wisdom, share your knowledge, and you're finally ready to make an impact and actually step up and step into the mission that you came to here to fulfill, then this series is for you. When it comes to creating our business, there are three foundational pillars that are going to make or break our business. And these pillars are our strategy, our mindset, and our energy that we put behind our business. So in this video series, I am going to share all three of these things with you. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the first foundational bit, which is our strategy. So what does it entail? What does it mean to have a strategy in your business? And let's start from the basics. Let's start from the truth of how many of us entrepreneurs begin our journey. We begin without having any fixed plan in our head, right? We just have an idea, probably like of what we want to do, but we have absolutely no direction in how we are going to do that, right? And we are basically doing a lot of different things, which looks like, throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping that it sticks, right? So that's where getting clear on the kind of strategy that you want to implement to make your business not only grow, but be sustainable and remain there over time. There are certain things that come into play. Okay, so what does it mean to have a strategy? Well, of course, first and foremost, you need to be very clear about who you are serving and what kind of problem you are going to solve for them, right? So these are basically the fundamental things. If you're not clear on that, that's your step number one. But that's where it all begins. Like, you need to be really clear about that part. Who am I serving, and what kind of problem do I want to help them solve? And of course, what kind of results can I help them achieve through my own work, right? And then you will have to decide, how exactly do I want to implement that? So meaning, am I going to work with people one-on-one? Am I going to create some sort of recorded online course where I will deliver my content in a powerful way? Am I going to run it as a group program, live group program, where I bring people together and we have fun, right? So you need to decide on the format that in which you're going to deliver that will be aligned with you, like with how you actually want to do things, right? And that's usually a mistake that a lot of people make when they start business. They're simply listening like to what somebody else tells them. Like when I started, literally it was told to me, oh well, it's super simple to create group programs, and it's not that simple to actually find clients for one-on-one work. So that's what you need to focus on. And at the beginning, I was very confused because, I did not feel like creating group programs at all. I wanted to work with people one-on-one. And, I had that inner resistance within me going on for a while. But I still stuck with what I felt like I wanted to do. And I started with one-on-one. And then gradually, I introduced group programs into my work, and like workshops and webinars and all kind of things, right? So, but you have to feel it within yourself, what feels right for you, right? What feels like it's fun, it's going to be fun and amazing and easy for you to deliver, right? So that's one of the fundamental bits when it comes to strategy. Of course, other things are another important thing actually that comes into play here is building your client journey. And what do I mean by that? I mean by that is, how do you convert a person who just met you, like through whatever means possible, into a paying client, right? How are you going to lead them through discovering of what it is that you can do for them, so that they can choose for themselves whether you're a good person for them, like to help them deliver whatever results they want, or not, right? And that's one of the things that you have to think about and implement through whatever means you want, right? Whether you have a website or whatever other platform you're choosing to create for yourself. And by the way, the platform is another bit that you need to decide. What platform are you going to use as your playground, right? Where are you going to put yourself out there for people to see you? For example, for me, when I started, and when I say to you these kind of things, like, believe me, I made so many mistakes at the beginning of my business that now when I'm looking back, I can laugh about it. But at the beginning, I mean, it was funny, but not funny after all, because it took me so long. You know, like, it took me a very long time to actually build up my business, okay? So, and at the beginning, I spent all my time creating my website. Like, designing it and making it beautiful and shiny and whatever, you know, just to arrive at some point where the website was done, but nobody knew it was out there. You know, like, nobody was visiting it, and it was just sitting there, like, you know, like this dead weight that wasn't bringing me anything, because I was not putting myself out there for my audience actually to find me and connect with me. So you need to find for yourself, in what way are you going to connect with your audience, and which platform is going to be your playground. Okay, so another thing when it comes to strategy, it's obviously marketing, right? How are you going to let people discover you apart from the platform that I just mentioned? What comes into play here is your content, right? It's how you're talking to your people, how you are helping them understand that you can help them, right? How are you going to use your message in a aligned way so that it's powerful enough for them to start liking you, knowing you, and trusting you, right? This is like this know, like, and trust factor that always is very important when it comes to selling, right? And again, when it comes to content, what's truly important is to understand what kind of person are you. Are you more into videos? Are you more into writing? Are you more into making like jokes? Or are you a serious person? Like, these kind of things, they all have to come into equation for you to decide in what way do you want to show up and serve your people, right? And again, it's very easy to get caught up in like current trends, right? When I was just beginning my journey, I had my very first coach that I had. She was like pushing me really hard into creating videos. I resisted by everything you want, by all means possible, to make videos, because I was absolutely 100% uncomfortable doing videos at that stage in my life. You know, like, I always felt very awkward. I felt like I look weird on video. I don't know what to say. I don't know, my voice sounded strange to me. So there were so many things that came into equation. So there was no way I could commit myself to do it regularly, you know, like, and create videos on the go. It would take me forever. And I know it did take me forever, because I tried a little bit, because I tried to listen to her first, you know, and I tried to record, and it was a torture, right? And when it comes to strategy, one of the most important things to understand, guys, is that it has to feel like, what does it mean, an aligned strategy? It means it has to feel good for you to do that thing. Sometimes good might feel like you're stretching yourself still, but when you're doing it, you're enjoying the whole process, right? But when we start implementing things in our business that feel heavy, that feel like we are forcing ourselves to do them, rather than we are enjoying the process of creating something for, you know, like, our clients or our potential clients, right? Sustaining this strategy becomes almost impossible over time, right? And this is why it is so important when you're creating a strategy for your business, is to sit with yourself and like truly understand yourself, like your own passions, your own desires in the first place, and then inject them into your business so that you can serve your clients with passion, with motivation, and not like need something to motivate you to create, to show up and stuff like that, right? So that they can feel with your content, they can feel through the way you're showing up that you are truly an inspiring being that they can follow, right? And that they can learn from, and that they can work with eventually and change their lives. Because obviously when we are creating a business, we starseeds, I mean, I am talking to you as a starseed here. So our goal is to help people change lives, right? Our goal is to impact the world here, right? We came here for that. And we are meant to do it through our work. And it's only possible if our work is injected with our passion, with our gifts, and with our desires. Any other way, like if we are working in a job that does not include these elements for us, we are not fulfilling our mission, right? Maybe we are fulfilling it, but like at a fraction of what is actually possible, right? But when we are creating a business, we are getting like the free pass to create it the way that feels really fun for us, right? That feels really aligned. And which is why all of these elements come into equation when you're creating it, because when you're aligned and when you're having fun, believe me, your impact amplifies. And that's when you are literally starting to change the world. And for some of you, it might look like one person at a time. For some of you, it might be 10 or 20 people at a time. And for some of you, it can be a massive impact, depending actually on your human design profile, which we will discuss a little bit later in the energy part and a little bit in the mindset as well. Because all of these pillars that I'm going to share with you in the upcoming videos, like the first one, strategy, mindset, and energy, they are very intertwined. Like they are inseparable actually from each other. And they basically, they are infused with each other, right? And which is why I said these pillars, they either will make or break your business. So the biggest takeaway that I want you to get from today's video, from video number 1, is that the most important thing at this stage, when you're deciding on the strategy for your business, is that it needs to be aligned with you. It needs to feel good to you. It needs to feel good on a deeper level, and not necessarily surface level where we might have fears and doubts and ask ourselves questions, right? But on a deeper level, we always know what's aligned. And you need to lean into that inner knowing of what is you and how do you want to show up in the world and how do you want to serve the world, and then create a business around that. And of course, around what it is that you want for yourself, because that is one of the most important bits that a lot of people also miss when they create a business. That we think about why we are creating it, and we're starting to focus. It's very important to focus actually on both. We will have a bigger why and we will have a very personal why, right? And including both of them in creating your business is super mega extra important, right? And I just wanted to put it out here as well, because that's an important part too. So here you go. So this is the pillar number 1 when it comes to creating a business, a pillar of strategy that needs to be aligned so that you have fun doing the work that you came here to do, and you don't feel heavy, you don't feel that you are doing something that you have to do rather than that you want to do. Okay, so in tomorrow's video I'm going to talk about mindset and how this enters into the equation and what it actually means, what it entails. So if you liked that first video, first of all, of course, subscribe to my channel if you want to get more tips, and follow me, and show up tomorrow when I'm going to upload the second video and share with you the second part of what I wanted to share with you. So thank you very much. I hope you found that valuable, and I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.